Hi, I'm Scott. Today I'm at the 2020 Cleveland International Motorcycle Show. We're going to see lots of great stuff, so stay tuned.
As usual, I started with the classic bike section. This is a Suzuki RE5 with a Wankel rotary engine. I've never even seen one of these before. There was a lot of bikes in the classic section that I'd never seen this year. Usually they have a lot of old Goldwings, 1000s, 1100s, and so on, but this year, not a single one. They had a couple two-strokes, a Suzuki and a Yamaha from the 80s. These were fantastic, powerful bikes. I was spanked by these bikes many times in the 80s when I was riding my 750 Interceptor. Then there was this weird Honda Moto Campo. Never seen one of these before either. I wasn't quite sure what it was, but it's some type of scooter. Strangely, it has carrying handles so you can lift it and move it around. It's got to be one of the ugliest things I've ever seen on two wheels. And then a Honda CR450 race bike. Next we had a look at the Goldwings. I love the sharp new trim, carried through onto the seat and onto the dashboard. The tour version of the Goldwing has some really classy pinstriping. Not too much new in 2020, just some new paint colors. Oh, and these, new passenger grab rails. These are far improved over the original 2018 Goldwing. The Suzuki Venture is mostly unchanged. Note the factory air wings to bring in cooling air in the summer. The Eluder is also fairly unchanged, and it too comes with factory air wings. Harley cruisers didn't see much new from last year. The Harley live wire display was back to let you sit and rev up a live wire on a dyno, but this one was broken already. Harley brought its new adventure bike. Unfortunately, they put it behind glass in a white enclosure that made it extremely hard to photograph. It was getting a lot of attention, however. Harley is kind of betting the farm on this bike. And here's the unmistakable rear axle and drive clutch of a Ural all-terrain bike. It's a two-wheel drive. Both the sidecar and the main bike rear wheel drive this bike. There were very few scooters this year, with Suzuki's Burgman really the only serious contender in maxi scooters. These are great scooters. My wife has a Burgman. As with all Burgmans, there's tons of room under the seat. You can put a helmet there and so much more. This one is only 200. The larger ones have more storage. I love the GSXR 1000 engine display showing the innards of the 1-liter Gixxer power plant. Zero is out in force showing its latest models. However, this one with the luggage bag still has a range of only 64 miles on the highway. Here's the circular motor with the cooling fins and the huge battery. And the Yamaha Nikon. Weird, ugly, mostly unchanged. But they did have a naked one with taken all apart so that you can see its innards. You can see where the engine is placed and how the front suspension is arranged. When you look at the steering of the Nikon, you can see there are some similarities between this and the current GL 1800 Goldwing. Kawasaki knows the future is young riders, and they're trying their hardest to present bikes that will appeal to new and short riders. Honda's also making an attempt. New this year are electric power-assisted bicycles. They were everywhere. Yamaha had an entire display of all their electric power assist bikes. But they weren't alone. There were several manufacturers displaying electric power assisted bicycles. Those who were curious could try them out on an indoor track. Of course, if you wanted to, you could also ride an electric Zero motorcycle somewhat slowly on the track as well. Looking at products, I was impressed by this garage dolly that could easily handle a Goldwing. This is a one-person trailer wheel chock that allows you to ride the bike up on trailer directly into the wheel chock and get off without any assistance. And of course, these custom silicone earplugs are a perennial favorite. I've been using these for many, many years. Once you've used these earplugs, you'll never want to use anything else. They're so far superior to foam earplugs. You can also have them made with speakers built in. Long Haul Paul was back. He's riding 1 million miles for multiple sclerosis with multiple sclerosis. He's been doing that since 2012 and rides all season long through snow and, as you can see, salt. You can check out on his website at longhaulpaul.com for details. He's trying to raise money for multiple sclerosis research. And onto the oddities. This rim drive bike was a custom deal with a very dicey looking final drive. Here's a 1913 Helicycle reverse trike replica driven by an airplane type engine. So what was new? Well, Revzilla was here as a vendor for the very first time ever. Although many vendors are gone, there were many fewer vendors than previous years. It was definitely not as crowded as previous years, but it is early on the first day, so that's a little bit to be expected. Electric bikes and motorcycles are being pushed in a big way this year. And BMW, which every year normally has a huge booth filled with every kind of bike that they sell, was completely absent this year. They didn't even show up.
Hi, thanks for joining me today. Hope you liked what you saw. Don't forget to click like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss any videos. See you soon.